Hello everybody, Marco again with another video for you. And today I wanted to make the Big Muff review, but there's a party upstairs and I don't want to disturb them with my extremely loud fuzzy sounds. Probably they won't like it, so I decided to restring my telly and to film it. So yeah, I thought it would be handy to show you how I change my strings with my telly. Alright, so this is the piece we want to change the strings off and clean it a little bit. Next week I'm on vacation, so I will take my guitar with me with my Vox amp plug to have some fun in the evening, maybe some jamming, whatever. And these strings are pretty old, pretty rusty, and I want to get rid of them. Okay. So what you're gonna need is obviously some new strings, some tools, a wire cutter and stuff like that, some graphite, and I have this fret guard and the fret rubber to clean the frets. I have a funny invention on my head here, my GoPro head, so maybe you can see what I'm doing. Okay. First thing we want to do is take the old strings off. Always recommend using a string winder like this. Just turn them loose. There we go. I'm not the I don't have the most fun changing strings and stuff, so I always do it in like in a hurry, so I don't want to waste too much time. Alright, take your wire cutter, and the great thing with these vintage style tuning packs here is you can easily take them out. There we go. Okay, that's it. Then the strings down there. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Okay, so that's it so far. First thing I want to do now is grab a paper towel, a little bit wet, so we gathers dust a little bit better. Just clean the guitar a little bit to get the dust off, especially underneath the strings, on the pickguard here. So there we go. I don't want to keep my guitars too ultimately clean, so I'm fine if they're not too dusty and not really dirty, because they're gonna be dusty in a few days anyway. Again, whatever. Okay, now to the fretboard. First I want to rub it clean with this wet paper towel, just a little bit, so first dirt gets removed, just a little bit. So fine with that. Now here comes my fret rubber thing. It's pretty cool. I think this one is from Goldo. Yes, no, the fret guard is from Goldo. I don't know from which company this one is, but it's made in Japan. So as you know from my other videos, I like made in Japan stuff. It's quality stuff. Okay, so with this fret wire you just put the fret guard on your fret, so you cannot damage your fretboard and your finish on your fretboard. Just rub the dirt off your frets. If you do this on a regular bass, you won't need to rub like 5 minutes of fret. Just clean it. It's not a big deal. The sides as well, just a little bit. There we go. Fret by fret, just clean it. It will feel like a freaking new fret again. I'm gonna fast forward now to the rest of the frets, because actually it's nothing special here to see. Let's go. So there we are. Just gonna put this one back in. There we go. And now I will take my paper towel again to clean it, just to wipe off the material that I took off the fret. It's not really fret material because the rubber is pretty soft, but it's the dirt and the grime that comes off. So now this will feel a whole lot better. There we go. If you have a rosewood fretboard, you can obviously put some lemon oil or stuff, some conditioner on your fretboard. Keeps it fresh from shrinking. There we go. So next up, gonna put on some graphite into my nut slots. Just a little bit. This always helps to keep the string from stucking in the slots. And yeah, there we are, already ready to go for my new strings. These are the Ernie Ball Primo Slinkies, 9.5 to 44. I really like these ones. I started using them, I don't know, one string change ago, and I like them. Okay, so there are some theories that you should only change one string and then one string after another, but I always take everything off. Yeah, and change them all at once. So it just put the string inside, make sure they're completely inside the ferrule, and there we go. So these are my favorite kind of tuning heads. You just need a wire cutter. Make sure you go 1, 2, a little bit more distance from the tuning packs. Put them inside. 1, 2 bends, and we are ready to wind it up. Well, maybe I should think about a workstation to change my strings. I'm always doing it on my couch. It's okay. Okay, next one. Gonna show it to you again. Make sure you're completely inside of your ferrule. 1, 2 pegs distance. Okay, well, put the hand inside the tuning. 1 bend, 2 bends. start winding it up, and there we go. So there's, in my opinion, there's no other style of tuning packs that allow this fast restringing. So if you ask me, I'm a hardtail guy. I'm a hardtail guy with these Cluson style vintage packs. These are, they work well. They have a good tuning stability and they can be swapped easily. The strings can be swapped easily. So there really is nothing to complain. So also make sure that you're in your pre-slotted, in your slots on your barrels here, because sometimes when your string is not exactly where it should be, it can cause problems. Okay, now we come to the unwound strings. I'm gonna fast forward this one again on go. So now we're nearly at the last string. It's the second to last, and here we have our string tree. And what I always do is I'm going to put it like this, loosen it a little bit and put it into the tree, because if you want to put it there too soon and then you're going to start winding up, it can widen your slot from your nut. And if you do this like every month or every second month, yeah, you don't want to widen your nut slots. All right, last string. So now all the strings are on the guitar. And then clean off that graphite residue. Okay. Now it's time to tune it up. What I do before I tune up first time, I'm just going to give him a little stretch. There we go. So it's time to grab a tuner. It's time to grab a tuner. Harmony flat. There we go. I'm not going to tune it too accurately because just strumming some chords, give them strings some stretch again. There we go. Now we're off again. there we go. Fresh strings in tune. Cleaned the frets. Now they're nice and shiny again. And yeah, cleaned the body a little bit. Now I'm good to go to my vacation and have some jams when I have time. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please subscribe, leave me a comment. Always appreciate that. Hope you could find something interesting in this video, maybe some tips that you can use, or some products that are handy for you, like this fret rubber. It's pretty cool. Yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, and that's it for today. See you on the next one.